It began with a single gunshot, but the echo shook the entire world. No one knew that a moment in a quiet European street would drag nations into a storm unlike anything humanity had ever seen. A storm that would come to be known as World War I. In the summer of 1914, Europe was a ticking time bomb. Secret alliances, rising empires, and old rivalries waited in the shadows. Every nation was armed. Every leader was nervous. Every border was fragile. All the world needed was a spark. That spark came on June 28. A motorcade, a young assassin, and a bullet that struck the Archduke Franz Ferdinand. Within days, a web of alliances snapped into motion. Friend became foe. Promises became commands. And suddenly, the world was marching toward a war no one could escape. As the first shots were fired, millions of soldiers stepped into trenches carved across Europe. Dark, freezing, mud-filled trenches where life and death stood only inches apart. The air smelled of fear, steel, and smoke. Above them, the sky roared with artillery fire so powerful it shook the earth for miles. Armies charged. Empires collapsed. Technology evolved faster than human understanding. Machine guns, poison gas, and tanks turned battlefields into nightmares. But the most terrifying part wasn't the weapons, it was the uncertainty. No one knew how long the war would last. No one knew who would survive. No one knew if the world would ever be the same again. From the Western Front to the Eastern Front, entire nations were forced to confront a new kind of war, one that didn't end quickly, didn't stay in one place, and didn't spare anyone. The world had entered a conflict so vast, people began calling it the Great War, believing it would be the last. But the question remains, how did a single bullet drag humanity into 4 years of chaos? How did one assassination rewrite the fate of empires? And how did the world allow itself to fall into a war that no one truly wanted? The answers lie in the shadows of 1914, where the first great tragedy of the modern world began.